deeper into this one. After the first map, already looking pretty darn good. I think Cash is going to be a proving ground here of how much Cloud9 can do. Obviously, the prospect of this, the two rosters going head-to-head was always a tantalizing prospect at that. However, the realistic kind of approach, the reality of it all is that FaZe seems to still have that edge. With the roster changes coming through at the moment, that firepower still sitting with these boys right now.
Oh yeah, especially if you have any one of those guys like Nico just stepping up, just having a really hot start on Mirage, just really set the tone, set the pace for FaZe Clan to be able to beat up onto Cloud9 early in that previous map. So if it happens here again, it can be a dangerous scenario, especially because this map is just so intriguing sometimes, the way that the CT side seems to really, really struggle if you're not on top of your game. And again, Cloud9 doing this retake strategy, very, very popular on Cash. We see it frequently, see a lot of teams do it. Can sometimes put you in a desperate situation. FNS would love to get a little bit lucky, or maybe a lot of bit lucky with a headshot through that smoke. It's not going to happen. Bomb's going to go down. It's going to be a 5-on-5 retake as no one from Cloud9 has moved even yet. So this is going to be a big time waster. And still one player sitting outside B preventing any kind of flank.
I think they got the plan off for main as well. I'm pretty sure Rain adjusted that one when no one challenged from truck or even close. Or highway or anything else. So that's quite a nice little touch. I'll play well into this. We can see the retake starting to begin, but it's not really got many legs to it yet. It's kind of just slowly building. That's good, though. Nico and Guardian swiftly fall. That's put this right back into play. Karrigan's position is paramount, as is Rain's, but he's going to be moved out of the way. And this is beautiful work from Cloud9. That felt almost like it wasn't going to happen. It felt like it never began. And, well, look at them now. 4 alive, bomb defused, and that was spicy as you like.
Cloud9 just hip-checked everyone out of that round. That was beautiful. FaZe had all the angles, and Tarek dropping off. Nico goes down in middle, and then FNS is able to just take 2 out immediately with some nice headshots. So really good retake from Cloud9. We see those kinds of retakes on A in the pistol round sometimes get very hectic and just very grindy, and that one was surgical in its precision.
It was. Also, that camera shot through the barbed wire really put me through a trip. I was like, this is making me feel unwell. Thank you. This is
a little bit of motion sickness.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't need this today. God. Deagles are out, though. We have 2. Rain and Exist up on those. Nico, Karrigan, and Guardian not going to be opting for that, of course.
We did see FaZe win this round on Mirage with no armor, with upgraded pistols. After getting the plant and the pistol, they were going to go for the 3rd round buy, and they just end up winning a clean one towards the B bomb site on Mirage. And here, Exist is going to lead the way with the Deagle. He's got Rush in the bomb site, and all the support is gone, and that is gorgeous.
Exist! That was hot. Like, put that on a Tinder profile. That was pretty damn good. Tarek going to play right back in, though. He's quickly going to try and stem the bleed before it spirals away. But the timing could work out here a little bit. They're going to have the angle. You can see Nico holding it for a while. And yeah, sorry, Exist. It's not all you right now. Nico's known for this, too. And now, did you just kind of tempt fate by saying this happened before? Because it might just be happening again. They don't have much to work with, but those Deagles might just be enough. And again, this is terrifying to witness. 2 flashes and a nade to play this one back in. FNS does have a kit, but Karrigan is waiting on the angle. Going to get first contact. Going to be hard with no armor, but he softens him up. Skadoodle takes him. The timing. Nico, can you make up for it? He's taking the shots. He's taking the time. He's going to take the headshot. FNS goes down. It's the 2v2 automatic, and Skadoodle trying to play this one back through. The time is ticking, however, and these two are going to be real nuisance makers. Automatic makes the first strike, but Rain needs to get past him. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. The time is ticking, but the kit is going to come through well. And FaZe, they made it close, but they do stay alive.
Oh, it's so scary when those shots come out. Cloud9 just barely able to retake and win that one out. Good job by Automatic covering his teammates. Skadoodle with the kit, just holding the defuse in that 2-on-1. And that's very well done. I think, unfortunately, I mean, this is great from Exist. The follow-up as well from Nico was even better. Tarek, he gets into that bomb site late, and the utility gives away his position. From there, though, I mean, Nico makes the follow-up mistake. You can see when the retake actually occurs, he's got his knife out. He's quick switching over. There's been a lot of conversation about the quick switching habits of professional players, and obviously we've seen a couple times in this event alone where it's really hindered some of the rounds.
This picture just makes me so happy.
The big grin?
Yeah, like everyone's just super serious, and then there's just him like really happy about, like, it's the smug look, right? Like, if they had the player pictures up in-game and I died to that guy, I'd be really angry.
Esports is serious business, Lauren.
It is. Guardian knows that. Look at that stare. Steely. Skadoodle. The timing on this could be fun. Gonna get up close to that boost. Guardian, Rain on the other side. Of course, a big round here, bear in mind. A lot of guns up, a lot of money invested, and we're gonna see the boost towards, I think, Vent coming through as well. That's Tarek up there. If this mid play comes out from FaZe, this could be quite tricky for them to handle. It looks like Cloud9 have some form of a read on it. Tarek deciding what to do. Forward, back, it does mean he falls away. It does leave Skadoo a little isolated over by Garbage, but he gets away with one, he can't follow up with the second. Exist trades it in back well, doesn't let it spiral away from them. Quick flash out, again, trying to keep control of these positions and push the CTs away, but the reboost, didn't expect that coming back out. Keeping control of Checkers, paid off and then some.
Yeah, but low HP on Rush and Tarek, the two defenders at that B bomb site. Good kill from Nico, automatic trying to push in and get information, and that might actually allow him to go in, but not aware of FNS's position. And FNS has some time to relocate as Kerrigan and Exist slow things down. Look at the flank coming in as well. Low HP, but Rush is going to lead the way. And actually, Tarek's following up on this flank, so even if this kill comes out, FaZe is not going to expect Tarek to be coming from behind as well.
FNS, though, going to pick his poison. Always tricky to work this one out. Looking for Exist here. That's the bomb carrier. Gets the tag, not the frag. Time now being a factor. Bomb's going to go down. And looking at Kerrigan here. He's the man you want to pluck out somehow. 36 HP. See Tarek down on 16. Exist on 1. And they're going to double face it together. Exist does get it in the end. And it will be FaZe getting the first one really on the board for themselves.
Cloud9 really needed that. A lot of sequences, though, some cool setups. I mean, obviously the reboost coming in, obviously the double flank. A lot of ways that you can kind of trick FaZe. You know, the peek in towards A and then the player close up that got Nico. Doesn't pan out for Cloud9. They get ground down, and because of all the frags that came out with the Deagles from FaZe, Cloud9's going to be on an early reset. CZ's being purchased up. FNS Skadoodle, actually, they're buying, investing more heavily later into the freeze time. But pretty much a full investment from the majority of Cloud9. Big lean towards the A bomb site for FaZe. When they use these AK-47s, get out in the open, start challenging very early on, make sure they don't run out of any time in this round. The moment automatic at forklift. FNS with a CZ back at truck. That scout on Tarek over towards the B bomb site. Him and Rush both heavily committed inside. Comes the boost from Guardian. Molotov to slow it down, but they're going to patiently wait. I think Skadoodle is not going to have a good time here. No smoke to put out a Molotov if it is to come in. And he's going to be challenged eventually if he holds that angle. Split towards A, as FaZe is going to take mid-control, crawl up highway, and Nico, keep your eye on the radar. We're going to see him being a nuisance at this door throughout this half. He is a very aggressive lurk. There goes Skadoodle in mid, and this is FaZe just executing perfectly.
Yeah, they're just ambling towards A at the moment. There is plenty of opportunity for Cloud9 to get a couple of kills, but you feel as though this kind of presence going up highway, pushing through from main, it's a little too much to handle. Automatic not clean on the shots that you wanted there, so that does mean that it plays well to FaZe. FNS, though, that CZ comes in big. 2 kills for him. Nico and Exist go down. We're in a 2v2. Rush or Tarek, one of the two has to do something massive here. The timing has to be incredibly right, and it might just be, there it is, Rush strikes well, and it's Karen now in a 1v2. He didn't expect this. Good smoke goes up. Gonna try and keep himself safe, find some new angles. No kit on Cloud9 here. Now Kerrigan waits. Keeping check. You can see that kind of manic moment. You want to keep every angle. Time now begins to tick. They're running out of it. They line up, and actually Rush does get the job done, but again, the time is going to be a factor. It's going to be quite close, but he might just have this one.
Yeah, he's got it. This is, even with the 10-second defuse, really nice timing on when they decide to commit to that retake, when they start making the footstep noises, and a good trade from Rush, obviously sending the low HP player in first, find out where your opponent is, and a nice trade comes in. Cloud9, they recover. Looked like they could have allowed too many to slip away, and FaZe would have grabbed an advantage, but 3-1 as the rifles come back. Skadoodle with that AWP. He's at 2-2 right now. We talked about him on the desk. Obviously a quiet and ineffective Mirage. I think it was down around 30 ADR. Gonna need to step it up for this map. Op can play such an important role. But Cloud9's not out of the woods just yet, because there's more investment. There's more AK-47s, 3 of them on the board for FaZe, a couple CZs to follow up, and Rain's gonna be blocked off by that smoke. He wanted that fight. He wanted that challenge early on. It's been Rush and Tarek mostly over towards the B bomb site. This time Skadoodle is gonna hold it down with the AWP, at least initially. Allows Tarek to be boosted up, allows him to be more mobile on his rotations.
This mid play coming out from FaZe, it's been read and noted by Cloud9, but it's what do we do about it? That's the big change here. How do you try and deal with this? Rush has been put towards that Xbox in middle. Rain actually going to be very active in this. Tarek tries to play out into it. The bait and switch almost. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Guardian is low, but still, it's a 4v4, which does tend to play quite nicely for Tees, but they still have to get past this man. No presence shown in mid from the Norp, so maybe curious as to where he may be. And if they do go towards this, this is the chance you want to see him really come alive. That gives away the game. Checkers now is in enemy hands. Kerrigan slicing through them as Skadoodle now has to be the turret, has to be ready for what is coming his way. The Molotov burns, and he's making questionable choices here. He runs out, he gets one, but that's it. One and done might not be enough here. Play coming in from heaven, swiftly removed by Guardian. And this is a comprehensive hit from FaZe, leaving FNS out in the cold.
That's so tough. Obviously, yeah, that B hit coming in for FaZe. A nice timing, automatic caught in transition. He was at low HP anyways. Really questionable if he would have been able to, how much he would have been able to help Skadoodle in a free AWP. Goes to the floor. Skadoodle can only find the one. The Molotov forcing him out into the open. That's really well done from FaZe. It's not just not over just yet. It will be interesting to see what Cloud9 actually invests into the next round around this M4 that FNS is able to have. Automatic's got a little bit of cash. It's not going to be a whole lot. I don't think they'll be able to have another rifle, which could influence them to save. At some point, this craziness, this economy battle, the tug of war is going to have to settle down. And I think FaZe, with winning this, might have just kind of swung it in their favor. 3-2, Cloud9 still in the lead, but I don't think it's going to be for long. 3 players stuck below 2K, and a little bit of a smirk on Exist's face. Just joining us as well, it is FaZe up 1 map in this best of 3.
I was like, do you remember the first? Oof.
Just, you know, a nice little pause for suspense purposes.
Suspense purposes. Now, keep in mind, this is the lower bracket final, if you want to look at it that way as well.
I was going to go there before you interrupted me, but take it away, Lauren.
Do
you
carry
handle
on.
it.
So what does this mean? What happens here? Where do they go? What
I
happens
thought
if
you were
they
doing
lose?
a much better job with it than I
No,
was.
Jason, please.
Winner's going to make it into the playoffs, into the arena.
Yep.
And the loser is going to go home.
Yep, and it's a long way home for both of these teams, of course. Deep nade towards main. Rain going to back away from that one. Cloud9 hit. CZ's rifle out for FNS, but I don't know how much he's going to get to use it. 1 minute on the board. And FaZe aren't in any particular hurry. Looks like another B hit. They've tested the waters by A. They don't like the thought of that. FNS has been playing A, so maybe that's a part of the read if they felt that one out. Still, Molotov's through towards Checkers. They've already kind of considered it. And my motion sickness is back. Kerrigan works his way up through Checkers. Flash is coming in. Tarek going to play close to the smoke. This is interesting. He is going kind of close to this. He's right in the middle of it. He's going to go through. This could be a huge issue now. That's one down. Rain trades it well, but Rush was there too, so don't write this off just yet. They're down to 3 players. Now, luckily for them, Nico is not far away from just getting towards A. He should be able to clear out a lot, or at least get the angle by truck. I'm not sure. FNS, he's going to beat him there. This is big now. Cloud9 have a huge chance in this. FNS can get towards the site. If he hears a step, that'll do it. As long as he gets the confirmation, yes, this is the case. He's going to swing on this, and he swings on it well. He gets the tag. Tell a lie. He kind of fluffed his lines towards the ends. This puts it down to automatic and Rush. They need to be where this stops, and that flash was hugely problematic. And I think it was a team flash to a degree, one of them at least. And now Rush, we know what this guy can do, and he might just do it again. 1 kill, and it's down to the 1v1. Rain, though, stoic in nature. But the time... it's down to 5 seconds. Rush, he's lingering forward. It's a fake. Oh, and Rain does it. What a way to do it, too. Heartbreak for Rush after an incredible bit of play from him. But Rain, what a god.
That is such an awkward round. So many small little mistakes coming in. FNS, a great chance to thin the herd and get a couple kills with that peak. And then obviously FaZe shutting themselves down with a team pop flash. And Rain somehow makes it out in the end. And that's going to stop Cloud9 as they're going to have to go back to a save. Have to just keep the USPs, maybe some P250 bought up on Rush. No armor investment whatsoever. A chance for Exist to build up some bank with that MAC-10. FaZe have started to grab control. 3-3. But they have control of the money is the big one. Here it is towards A main. Guardian just taking the wide swing, not slowing down whatsoever. It's Kerrigan with the op, and they're already pressuring the B bomb site. They've already got a kill in A main, as we saw. They're going to start rotating everyone in here. Full mid control for him as well, as Rain is just going to be the one lurking and in towards vents, and he can spot so much information. It should be pretty much easy cleanup for everyone. There's automatic pouncing, and actually Rush as well with the P250 makes this a 3-on-3. This is just turned around. If he can get one more, and he does have the AK-47, wants to bait Skadoodle, you could see him say, listen, Scott, you have only a pistol, run in first, and it doesn't matter, it's Nico. Automatic falls prey to the Bosnian as well. And FaZe are up 4-3 all of a sudden. It's going to be a buy for Cloud9. It's going to be a pretty solid one as well, as Skadoodle has plenty of money for that AWP. Maybe missing some kits, but they'll have a good amount of nades and utility to utilize throughout this next round.
There we go. Looks like it's business time here. You can see Carrigan kind of talking through the intention. 3-4. Guardian up on the ops, Skadoodle on his. We've seen Skadoodle going towards B a fair amount, so I'm wondering if we're going to see that battle come through. Doesn't seem as though this round we've got the stack from the riflers out here, trying to be aggressive, but Guardian flashed up. He gets the timing right, and the spray's not bad either. Automac going to be trying to hold this one down, but the trades are coming in. It's a bit of a bloodbath over by B. It was eventually won out by the T side. FaZe retaining one man over the CT, so keeping themselves in this as Guardian now going through the motions of the checklist. As they were pushed up by Box, there could be still players in checkers. You can see FaZe now maybe not liking this, maybe not sure what's going on. Look at this. Great mentality from Carrigan. Again, catching out Rush. You're not going to get away with these little tricks. And I think Nico might have seen the arm there of Skadoodle as well, so that's been called. The plan is noted.
I definitely saw that out. And I think even Skadoodle might have the feeling that he was seen, and maybe the feeling that he just doesn't want to fight for the round. Cloud9 getting peeled apart all of a sudden by FaZe on the offense. They're doing a phenomenal job. Even a little bit of luck going their way, and Cloud9's going to be a little bit sad about that, just because the pop flash in towards B main is perfect. Guardian's actually blind, and he still managed to find the kill, which is got to upset you when you get shot by a guy whose hand is in front of his eyes.
It's great when you see that, isn't it? It's just like...
I have a question for you, Lauren.
Yes.
Since you're getting very motion sickness from all these angles.
Yeah.
Do you get motion sick during Mario Kart? Like Rainbow Road?
I actually didn't play much of it, okay. So... Like, even as a kid, I didn't play much of it, so I never really tested out. But, again, I didn't really get motion sickness when I was a kid. It's like, as I'm old now, it hurts.
It's a lot more information than I was asking for.
Shut up. Skadoodle and FNS do stay alive, so keeping the guns up and forcing rebuys coming out from a couple of players from FaZe.
Didn't play Mario Kart.
Much. I mean...
It starts to all make sense now.
What do you mean? Don't do no. Get.
Timeout is called by Cloud9.
Perfect, time to talk. Here we go. What did you mean there, Jason, huh?
Just, you know, all the little quirks that make you being explained here.
You saying it's because I'm a girl, I didn't play games?
Wow, we're going to go right there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go in on that
Straight
one.
to it. When I heard the word diversity on the desk, I was like, awesome, I can just play off that one. If anyone's a bit mean, I can just throw it back out. That's how it works. But it is time to talk for Cloud9, to be fair. Bringing it back to topic.
I mean, this is backs against the wall. I mean, still, even if they lose this, they still have time to recover in this half, right? But, like, you don't, if you're Cloud9, you're not feeling too great about this considering the performance so far in the tournament, how the first map played out. I mean, you really looking to have a solid half here to give you a better feeling moving forward. And they have been picked apart, and I think that's why we're starting to see them get a little aggressive, the pop flash out towards B main, the push. They want to start taking matters into their own hand with what little utility they have. They haven't been able to have the greatest buys moving forward. Well, we've seen this before, haven't we? Here it comes, and he does bottom out. He's going back for it, and that's a beautiful slide. I think Skadoodle zoomed in, doesn't see him boost over. It just goes over the scope, and Guardian coming back sees Skadoodle far before.
It even gives you the angle playing back around. Like, I think someone did it of like the depth of angles you want to be playing, especially with AWPs, and that gives you such an advantage. You're not meant to have, but you'd love to see it.
It's nasty.
Nasty, and it needs Jesus. Derek does actually get away with the AWP. I'm surprised he did that so, like, blasé. There could have been people still in Sunroom or Checkers or like anywhere else who's like, all right, AWP's mine.
He doesn't care, does he?
No, he's just like, I got to get through. It does seem as though it's a fallback towards A for now. Not a bad shout either. No one's pushed up particularly aggressively. We do have Automatic playing the wall side over by Truck. And we do have one playing up towards the rafters here on the balcony ledge. So that's going to be something to keep in mind. And oh, this is a little unfortunate on the timing. That would have been good to have Automatic there if they actually wanted to really keep presence. But FNS has been up to task. He's doing quite nicely for himself over by 8. Does get the 1-for-1. Far from perfect. And as is this. And then Guardian on the loose. Flashes coming out. Rush does catch out exist. So that's not bad. And now the follow-up looks likely. Nico on 1 HP. This is all going a bit wrong, but they still have to get past this man. He's got to live up to that name. He has to be the Guardian of the A site. You've got 1 towards Truck, 2 towards Highway now. And they have a flash 2 flashes and 1 smoke, so it's still good chance here for Cloud9, but Guardian now flashed out, fully blind. It's Nico on the 1 HP to be taking these fights, being active, and it's Nico. He's only got 1 HP. Can someone please deal with this, man? Tarek, you're backing away from this. Don't pretend you're not. It's time to get away from here, and Nico, he maybe thought he was expendable. I've got the 1 HP. I should be the one, I guess, taking these fights, being the one to be traded on, but now I'm good enough. I'll still get the kills.
One of the best players in the world, really coming alive when his team needs him the most to qualify into the IEM Sydney playoffs, and he's having a phenomenal series so far. Still early in the second map, he could still even build upon this. Rain actually quietly had a very good opening map as well. But 10 and 6 for Nico, and those 2 frags are huge. I actually thought Guardian, that's the position, and you can see actually Rush is attempting to clear that out, and Nico with just 2 stunning headshots. Great positioning, great aggressiveness, and even though Guardian does fall at forklift, it's a little bit too late to recover for C9, 3 to 6. Still have the AWP passed over to Skadoodle, and CZ's and Deagle purchased up for the rest of C9. Smokes as well to allow for a delay. But FaZe have so many advantages.
A lot working out for them now. Pretty frustrating for Cloud9. It's a lot of these rounds felt quite close as well, especially early in the game. 3 to 6 isn't a bad scoreline even just yet. It's still pretty decent. I mean, it's not exactly what you're hoping for, but
no, you're not.
Plenty of room for it, right? But again, it looks like FaZe are just starting to warm up more. That's this getting scary to me. It's like things are just starting to work out better the further this goes on.
Well, also they're kind of winning in some of the situationals in the post plants, right? Rain has that clutch as Rush comes through the smoke earlier. Nico with the 2 kills there. So when you're getting them in open spaces, it's not like Cloud9's even necessarily winning some of these duels that could help them out, help them just win maybe just 1 more. Rush gonna come to the smoke. Exist actually reads it. Can't win the fight, and that's control of B. Kerrigan spots FNS coming through. Cloud9 making some wild plays. But FaZe handling it, not taking too much damage. The boost going to come in towards the vents. This could actually punish Kerrigan if it's the right timing as well.
Oh, Guardian's got the bomb too. That could be a factor here. Yeah, bomb down now, spins around. Kerrigan's quick though. He's not letting that slip. But again, a little bit of information now found out. Pretty sure Tarek's going to hear these steps as well. If the automatic hit that, you could see there being a chance for them to kind of keep control. But again, FaZe do recover. I like the approach initially to the way they took mid, the double smokes out there, kind of isolating everyone close and then giving themselves room to work through. Played out well. And again, FaZe looking good. Maybe not as comfortable as they'd like. That loss out on Exist, the boost in towards Vent, it looked a little bit scary, but it's round on the board here.
Double up setup now for Cloud9. Going a little bit deeper into the playbook as the losing bonus builds up and they can finally afford some of the more expensive strategies. We'll see where exactly they position them. 1 towards A, 1 towards B, just the standard double op setup. Oh, miscommunication though. Double smoke in towards that mid choke point. Small detail, but it's going to remove a smoke for Cloud9 later on in the round. They've got rush position underneath the boost, which means FNS and Automatic kind of have to stick around, but they're both over at highway boxes, so they have to be careful how they manage that one. And obviously as well, when you waste a smoke like that on the mid-choke point, that means you can't really play sandbags in case you get Molotoved. This is going to be a really awkward, impromptu crossfire setup in mid.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they get away with it. Skadoodle had been playing that spot a fair bit as well earlier on before he obviously got the AWP out. So it's probably in the mind check of FaZe. We'll see if Rain does check on it. It's going to be hard to get anything much more, obviously, as FNS is there. But FNS will get the first point of contact anyway in middle. But outside of that, it is going to be an A hit. You can see the lean already coming in. You've got 4 players here. Nico obviously in towards door. That's no surprise, but it's everyone else. Rain showing a lot of presence considering he's 1 player. That's a lot of players pulled back. Automatics actually fall into highway. It's Tarek who's going to be really the integral player. If he can do something big here, this could be perfect. Rush towards Exist, and here we go. Let's see if Tarek can shut this down. Rain's already succeeded against Rush. That's a problem now. Mid becomes a little bit scary for these guys. Molotov to follow, and you can see the angle now being 1 out. That's Automatic desperate for a shot that he's just not going to get, and FaZe are breaking through towards the site. There's 26 seconds, but Tarek, that's a play. Guardian goes down. Where's that bomb? It is towards the side, but FNS in the back lines coming around, catching out Nico. We're down to a 3v2, and they've actually recovered this one somewhat. But Kerrigan finding room to operate, and Skadoodle might just get red here as well. He has! Oh, it's exceptional from Kerrigan. And now can FNS be the saving grace here? 8 seconds, 7. It's ticking down as Rain closes in. He's done this once. Will he do it again? No, FNS is the saving grace for Cloud9 that round. It looked like it was all wrapped up, put a bow on it, but no, there is still life in this side yet.
That is huge. You can almost see FNS like just a sigh of relief as he kind of gets that last communication in that round. going on, trying to motivate the team. But the tough part is Cloud9 needed a clean win there. They need one really, really badly. And even though FNS takes an AWP and saves one into the next round, that double op setup is now blown up. It didn't do a whole lot. This is a really nice performance from Kerrigan to even things out. Not enough time for Rain to make any kind of a play, but again, it's just FaZe. They can apply so much pressure here. They again have, you know, their foot on the necks of Cloud9 as it's another economic reset territory for the American team. And there just hasn't been a whole lot of success that Cloud9 can go back to during this timeout and say, we did this really well. Let's go back to it. Yeah. I mean, even that round is very kind of sketchy, bailed out by a well-timed flank from FNS. But, you know, Tarek in the bomb site with the AWP didn't do, you know, a whole lot to write home about. Automatic wasn't able to keep space in front of him. He got just destroyed by Kerrigan on the entry. So there's some worrying signs individually for this Cloud9 team. Even if they have some of the right defenses and they have the proper reads and rotations, can they actually capitalize on it?
Well, they need to in the last couple of rounds. This is your window closing on you. You want to stabilize. Rain already checking around that smoke, being meticulous in approach, seeing if there's CT side aggression, what the answer is from Cloud9, if they've tried to come up with something. Nico still working his way around towards Squeaky Door. Kind of going through the normal checklist of just FaZe things on the T side of Cash. However, the different look here being the fact that Rush has pushed up a little aggressively towards B. We do have Tarek kind of playing for him as well, so those two in combination there. But FaZe not in a particular hurry. It looks like they're just kind of taking their time purely because they have it. They have the utility still that they need. 3 smokes, Molotov, flashes. Looks a whole lot like an A right now. Kerrigan got his lined up. And they play a name that I want to be saying more that I'm just not is Skadoodle. I feel like this could have been the map where he really started to find that form. Not been there yet. Kerrigan trying to remember the smoke. Gets it. Up and over we go. So, you know, you're looking like,
I think this is the one I want.
Screw it. That's not the molly you want, though.
That's not the Molotov that you want at all.
No, and that could bode poorly if we did have the vent boost. We don't this round. About one of the only ones we didn't actually have it. And actually, considering they're going towards B, this could play well. Look who it is. Rush is your man, but oh, Rain. The information's going to be said here. I'm wondering what the plan is. Now, Rush might actually be able to still get so much done. He actually takes the shot on the first, which is surprising. I thought he might wait a little bit longer, maybe see if he can get more done, but the only real success story here, at least for Cloud9, is FNS. We do have Tarek quite close by, but the B site is kind of under wraps. Rain can be a real nuisance as well once the time gets there, but it is 4 seconds left, and the bomb needs to be planted. It is. They would have still won that one regardless, but a bit of a here, there, and everyone for Cloud9. It felt like there's moments you're like, that could happen, and then it just doesn't. Like, Rain's positioning the whole time was great.
Well, I mean, that's part of the problem for Cloud9 is how does Rain get there without being spotted? How is he allowed to walk out of A main and take shots towards mid? That's going to throw the defense into all sorts of confusion. And again, because there's so much confusion going on, it's only really the flank, again, that is any viable way for Cloud9 to win that round. And I mean, it's not going to work every single time as they get the B bomb site essentially for free. That push through upper that Kerrigan handles, that came in a little bit too early as the flank wasn't really prepared to pounce. So no ability to trade, no ability to kind of retake that bomb site or play with the timer whatsoever. And I mean, that just speaks to if Rain's getting those plays, if he's able to just walk out in that fashion, that just says Cloud9, these players are feeling stress, they're feeling the pressure, and they're playing far too passive, far too much nerves, influencing and dictating their decisions.
Hoping we see at least another round or 2 on the board, just to give us that like fun second half, right? It gets a bit worrying when you only have 4. It's like that's a pistol round and then you could be done pretty much, but we'll see. Still a lot to go on this. Rain going through the checklist towards middle. We've seen that aggression as well from Cloud9, so good to see him being mindful of that, especially in rounds like this.
Ooh, spam right through. Rain spotted it, taps away, finds the little booties of Tarek. Those are the shoes. FNS with a good kill with the UMP, and Exist is going to trade that one out mid-control, and now he's looking for the flank. It's coming so many times, he's got to be aware. Automatic takes the peek, but he's not able to get anything done, doesn't really commit to it. It was a little bit half-hearted, and Guardian now slapping people aside with that op as he gets into the open spaces created by his teammates and just punishes everyone from Cloud9 in his crosshair.
Slapping people and booties.
Slapping booties, Lauren.
Why not at this point? I mean, It's a little bit of a bend-over moment for Cloud9 here. They don't have much to work with, do they? Look at the money as well. That's the problem. It's like, cool.
They invested in that round. Yeah, that was full buy. I mean, knowing it's going to be a double save territory, they obviously...
You got to.
Yeah, you kind of go for whatever is going to give you a chance to be able to turn that round, but it just feels like there's not enough. 5 would be okay for Cloud9 if they can win that last round, but they pretty much have to have that, it feels.
FaZe have gone into FaZe mode right now, it seems.
They've been winning in so many different ways in this first half. They've been winning, Guardian with the AWP. They've been winning on good entries from Kerrigan. They've won some clutches by Nico and Rain. And they've even won a Nico. So, I mean, you go to the second half, and pretty much every round is some element of danger for FaZe. Can't say the same for C9.
Nope. Tarek. Patient. Waiting. Smoke. Just with USPS. I believe. Here we go. 1v5 for Tarek. It's not working so far. But wait. You've got to have some hope, right? Rush did get 1 kill in the meantime. And we are down to 3. If they can maybe get a gun away, that's not bad, I guess. You're hoping for more than silver linings right now. As much as it's like you have to say that, it's still not quite enough. Money-wise, it's going to help. But again, you were in the final throes of this, so what are you going to get done?
I mean, Automatic and Tarek both, sitting right at like 2,000. So this is going to help because if they buy a rifle, they're not going to have all the nades. It might be the difference between having a kit or not. So we'll see. Cloud9 down 4-10, and this is an elimination scenario for them. If they don't make a comeback, they're hopping on that airplane for a very long flight home. Robin laughing, Exist laughing. He's got that rare smile on his face.
4-10. Here it is. Final stand in the first half of the second map here for Cloud9. You want this one. You want this to give them a bit of backbone into that second half so you get that closer matchup. So those kind of unforced errors don't just cost you matchups. But if I'm honest, FaZe look like they have other plans in mind. These guys have been operating at a very high level here, and sadly it looks like Cloud9 might just not be quite there yet.
Look at that boost from Guardian way far back on the truck, looking for that one player to cross over towards Highway. So that'll make you feel uncomfortable. FNS obviously no idea it's come in, and they're being patient. They're giving up time to see if someone wanders in, someone makes the mistake, and it's not happening. So they drop it. Could have been cool, could have been something.
Could have been cool, could have been something. Have you seen someone work out that lineup towards B now where you can just like straight up shoot headshot angle perfectly with an AWP?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty filth, and it's safe. It's not even like anywhere out towards B, like facing. It's it'd be fun. I'm kind of hoping we see more of that stuff. I'm liking it when just like people just randomly work stuff out. Like Cash has been really good for that, obviously with Body doing.
That's
doing
like that's an Anders thing, like finding some weird lineup.
Anders is a little sweaty about that, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He spends so much time.
And some of it's so useless though. There's like the 1 out of 10 things that is like gold, and
that's
then
the
like
best part. He's like, I keep telling teams to use this, and it's like, well, listen, Anders, if they're not using it, like it's kind of telling you something.
I don't know why.
Rain's gonna lead the way out Boost. Not clearing to his left, but Tarek's a little bit blind, and as his vision becomes clear, he's not able to finish off the kill. Nade into the air isn't gonna do too much to Rain, and they're gonna pressure this. FNS right at the corner. Good headshot onto Rain, good cleanup, but the trade is there for Exist. Nice support coming out mid, and it's B that's gonna be pressured again. Rushed in checkers, has to do something, not able to do anything. Smoke is gonna go down, not even on the cross. Flashbang goes in a little bit late, but Cloud9's not even close to this bomb site. It's going to be a desperate retake attempt.
All right, automatic and Skadoodle. My lord, I can't talk apparently. Why not? Skadoodle trying what he can. Guardian is eyeing this up as well. You can see Kerrigan close by. And FaZe are kind of hungry for this. They're playing into it and they don't care. There it is. Kerrigan shuts the book on the first half, it seems. And really, for me, FaZe have looked pretty solid here. I'm a little worried about Cloud9 now. Yeah,
FaZe is rolling at the moment, and Cloud9 has a huge, huge hill to climb in the second half. We'll see if they can do it. Desperate times for the North American squad. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
welcome back to the lower bracket final. If you're not sure what that means, essentially winner of this gets through to quarters, loser gets to go home. And right now we're sitting on the verge of FaZe, looking quite good for it, I'm not gonna lie. First map, of course, rests with them, and the second they are leading quite dominantly on the half.
I was thinking about this during the break,
Right.
Pansy.
Okay.
You know how like athletes have those superstitions where like you wear the same game day socks, everything?
Yeah.
What if it's the jean shorts that Nico's wearing that's really powering this? We need to find out if he was been wearing these throughout the entire event.
Or if it's just been
Because
like
they've looked sloppy at times. So now you come in today, you start looking sharp, and you're like, listen, if you might just want to wear jean shorts every single tournament day.
You can't look sloppy in jorts, you know? They're
You can.
No.
I promise you, I have seen people from the southern United States in jean shorts. You can look sloppy in jean shorts.
I'm just thinking Miley Cyrus now, Jason, and I'm loving it.
Okay, you win that one.
Yeah. She's great. Shout out to Miley, big fan. Everyone want to come down to the events? Pff, more than welcome. Anyway.
It's a good attempt. I liked it. Doubled up at the A-bomb site. It's Exist and Nico in the corner. That's a nice nade. Gonna deal some chip damage. Exist just baiting him into Nico, though. He's blind. And now he's coming into vision, but he can't find any frags. It's Rain to hold down the bomb site.
They're doing the Henry G. It's a patented move. The smoke on the cross. No one's done it before Henry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 3v3. Bomb yet to be planted. Gonna be going down soon-ish, I guess. Automatic can't do the main plant. He's got to kind of plant safe here at this point. FNS actually could have held that angle, I guess, but it's the flank that's coming in. That's the big point here. It's Guardian. Is that door shut or is it open? They've shut the door on him. That's going to give away at least a little bit of an audio cue, which isn't too bad. FNS does turn in time. That's good. Oh, but Guardian still gets it done. It's a 1v2. Tarek, are you up to task? You've already got Rain on 3. Can it be 4? No. Tarek's up to it. A 1v1 now. Guardian creeping his way forward as Tarek turns around. It's Guardian to strike with no kit, though. Time is going to be close.
Nah, he's got it. He almost got wrecked by the first bullet accuracy onto FNS. He opens the door and he knew exactly where the lineup was. Rain was occupying FNS's attention for so long. You normally see that kind of that forklift player glancing towards the door, considering it, but the fact that Rain was in the open mean FNS was still trying to take a little bit of those duels to keep him away from retaking the site. Really well done from Rain as both of his teammates inside the site go down, and he has a triple kill to give FaZe the pistol, and this is now just a monstrous lead.
Yeah, it gets a bit worrying now, doesn't it? If you want the close game, you imagine that Cloud9 get the pistol, build right back in. But considering how close that round was with the plant, they've gone for the purchase here, Jason.
You kind of have to. I can't even blame them. They have 2 AKs that they're able to drop over. Some nade damage on to Exist, some returned. These AKs got to do some work. Skadoodle's got one, Rush has the other. You don't really get to pick and choose who has the rifles. It all depends on who has the money to drop them over. And it's obviously the players in the pistol round who gets the kills who are going to drop them. Tarek and Automatic just with deagles. And here's Rush coming up, but doesn't spot the player hiding into the smoke. It's Kerrigan to make the play, and he's done the old oop-de-oop behind the smoke, and Tarek is going to get dispatched with ease, and now that means that Cloud9 can't even really progress in middle. They have to really be worried about this play from Kerrigan, who's continuing forward, and he's not going to be able to build upon it. Nice frag from FNS.
It's not over yet, but you can see the FaZe players now are actually quite isolated on either side. 2 players to each. No information in middle. Nico's position is good, but the one downfall is highway that no one can really contain. That could be an issue. See if they check on it well enough. We do have a player spotting it. That's Exist. That's going to call Nico into play now. He's going to be having to watch for it. And he is. The flashes, though, hindering what he can do, but he's come out of it so well. 2 kills for him. Skadoodle is answered. He's up for the challenge. Bomb recovered. Time to get his self over towards the bomb site. Bomb plant coming in now. Automatic on pretty much duty here. Trying to keep eyes on it. Seems as though they're already getting quite close. Guardian already finding fights towards the side. Automatic's probably wondering what the hell is going on, how are they here so soon, but Skadoodle's got it under wraps, it seems. Automatic does need to be into this one, though. And, well, he's gone down. It's a 1v1. Skadoodle can't do it all, and it's Guardian again. There was a chance for Cloud9 there. It looked like maybe they could get something done, but no, it's not to be. FaZe just striding in the right direction now.
We mentioned it in the first half. It's just FaZe is just winning in every which way at the moment, and Cloud9 getting shut down all across the board, whether it's clutches and post plants. Still, though, I think if you're Cloud9, you have to buy here. Skadoodle can get an AK-47. You can do a similar thing where you drop some rifles over. Well, you've brought it into a one-on-one. You've got another plant. You're down so much. It's 4-13. You have a huge comeback you have to make, and you have to give yourself as many chances as possible. So this needs to be investment. That's exactly what's happening. Skadoodle has an AK, Rush with the UMP, and it's just the upgraded pistols, the CZs. A lot of utility, though, for Cloud9, and that might be the one place where they can find some advantage in this round. It's Exist, Nico, and Kerrigan that have all either used all their nades or didn't bring any into the round. So Cloud9's going to go for it again, go for that early economic break. Exist in middle. Paired up with Kerrigan. This is going to be a fast timing. Nico's completely blind. He just pulls the trigger. Can't connect anything. So an entrance into the bomb site, and FaZe is going to have to fight their way back into this. The plant's out in the open, though. That's going to delay it. A blunder for Cloud9. How have they let that one slip away? And FaZe is right back into the round off the back of Kerrigan. Skadoodle blind gets taken out. They had a chance. And another small mistake. Mistake after, I mean, just every single round there's something for Cloud9.
Feels bad. It looked like that was the one. Genuinely, it did. And 14-4. This started out so close as well. Like, the rounds felt close. That's the crazy thing. It felt like at the very start, Cloud9 were in it, back and forth we go. FaZe, though, once they put their foot down, it just feels like this is just a different world to that first map where we actually saw some real potential from Cloud9. Now, going forward, it's by everything you can. Flash in for Nico. He doesn't even need the help, it seems. He gets two quite cleanly. Backs away, barely taking any damage. Actually, takes no damage. And he's taking down the whole team here. He gets rush as well, just to add insult to injury. Automatic slips his way through, but you better be ready. Ooh, Nico actually caught off guard. That's not bad, but still, unrecoverable gun here. And it's a 4v2. Tarek and Automatic CZ. It's a bit of utility. It's not looking nice. Exist now. The flashes are coming in there. Just adding pressure. It's insult to injury. And there it is. Rain on the back. Just leaving Automatic.
FaZe is going to close this one out with ease, as we can see here, which is kind of a shame. This has been such a good rivalry, a lot of good series for these two teams throughout the early parts of 2018. This one hasn't really lived up to the billing, considering the history they've had very early on. And this kind of, I mean, this feels like kind of the end of the chapter, end of the saga, doesn't it? In a certain way, as FaZe just establishing this dominance. We've had 2 roster changes, and this is the 5th set, so the kind of the tiebreaker. Each team's won 2.
It's a little bit of a shame to see it like this, isn't it? It's like,
I mean, in one way, it's really cool to see FaZe. Obviously, this is a team where if they can improve their performance and really build upon this win into the arena,
True.
This is a team that can be vying for a trophy. This is a team that can be in the grand finals.
but do they then compete with the likes of Astralis, who've looked very strong thus far, or you know, your Mouse Sports or anyone along those lines? You know, there's been a lot of very strong European teams coming out. That's a shot from Rain, and we do hope we get to see that FaZe form when they get to the big stages. They can come alive. It's the finals that we always add the question mark to. But for now, back to this one. It's 15-4, of course. FaZe on match point, eyeing up those quarterfinals, not so far away now. And Nico on duty, just on top of the light above Squeaky. Not been checked on yet. He spots Skadoodle, he can't land the shot, drops down, gets caught in the door. And now Rush, F&S and Co. all looking likely for this one. Guardian on the play here. F&S probably to be caught out. Yep, Guardian gonna put him away. And Kerrigan being quick on this. Maybe they don't expect it. Maybe he's gonna get a bit of ahead of a curve angle. He does catch a little bit of a glimpse, and Skadoodle in no man's land, but he comes out the victor of that fight. It's Guardian in the 1v3. Unlikely. No, not going to happen this time. Skadoodle is there. So Cloud9 live to fight another day. Scoreline pushes forward, but it is still match point.
Yeah, we'll see if they can make anything out of this, any kind of comeback. At the moment, it just feels like they've delayed the inevitable a little bit longer. FaZe going to have to go down to the pistols. Well, don't have to. They have a lot of rounds to play with, but no reason to kind of throw yourself in economic turmoil. So sit around out, wait for the ops to get back in the hands of Guardian. And hell, you never know. They've won some of these rounds recently in this series, so why not just go for it? Deagles are out on the board. Guardian's got one. Rain has one. So does Nico. And Rain and Nico with those pistols can be so deadly.
And Kerrigan's got up mid pretty much for free. No one stopped him. No one said anything. They've cleared out Exist. This happened before and it did quite well, but
how's he got?
I don't know, Jason. It upsets me.
I love it.
Tarek spotted him. Yeah. Good job. Good job from Tarek there. Now 2 players remain, Nico and Rain, but this always gives me flashbacks. It makes me nervous. Just Nico. Oh, please, please, please. There we go. Fine. It's fine. Deep breaths. We're good.
That is like the Deagle in a microcosm, isn't it? Because we've seen so many incredible one-bullet headshots from Nico in these 2 maps, from Rain, and then that one, Crosshair seems perfectly on.
Yeah, especially on Cash in that position.
It's great,
like we've seen it down on Highway. It's all pretty. It's had the storied history, right?
Some good stuff. 15-6. FaZe back on the rifles. Guardian with the AWP. Not a whole lot of utility. Only 1 kit for Cloud9 still have to show that they can consistently get into these bomb sites or consistently even throw nades. That one bounces off the box and doesn't get anywhere near doing damage, which would have been great because Guardian has no armor. That would have done a lot. Ooh, and just barely misses the hip of FNS.
That really did look close, but 2 players now out on the boost. He's only seen 1 thus far, but they know the AWP is there, so they better be ready for this one. No other support here for Guardian, but he's confident. It looks like he does get tagged up, though not going to back away either. Still out taking the fight. Rush going to take that chance every day of the week, and he might just follow up. It's FNS there, taking things further forward towards A. And we will still see Exist there, posted up on the site, but it looks like a play towards B. Rain's here, and as is Carrigan. I mean, this could be problematic. If they take that bomb there, you know, pick your poison, I guess, at this point. But the bomb is still safely in the hands of Skadoodle, who's not committed either site yet. He's still in middle. Maybe just hitting the brakes, seeing, okay, where does this now take us? And, oh, God, it's taking them in a bad place. Exist and Rain. Carrigan coming in. This could be a disaster. This isn't the round you lose on, is it, Cloud9? I thought there was going to be more than this.
This is ugly, though, from Cloud9. And at this point, you could almost say they deserve to lose this round. A 5-on-3 advantage, and you don't use any of the advantage in numbers that you have. And they've just gotten picked off one by one. No trades, and Rush has found himself into the bomb site. He's going to hold things off for the moment. That Molotov preventing Carrigan from punishing Skadoodle on the cross, but it's going to come out to try and delay, and it's going to be quite nice. He's got to plant closer to default boxes. The flame's not spreading. Oh, that's pretty dangerous for Skadoodle to do that. Into a 2-on-2, and Carrigan does have that kit.
Let's see the retake. These players, let's see if the synergy's there. Always tricky. Okay, Exist does show where he's at right now. You can see the nade's been played in. Not blind, still on the angle. Takes the fight on Rush, and now he's down to Skadoodle. A 1v2, he needs this. He's not had the biggest performance, but this could be where it starts. Gets baited on the first, but he knows where Exist is. Catches a glimpse, but can he take the shot? No! It's Exist right there. And it's going to be FaZe looking at those quarterfinals. A huge moment for them. Putting down this rivalry, keeping control of the story, and there...